Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Slay the Dragon. And this is a documentary about gerrymandering. What's gerrymandering? Watch this movie. This documentary feels a little lecture-y and feels just like one of those kinds of TV documentaries where it's like, here's what this thing is. And it's like you get a history lesson in gerrymandering, and they make a, not to be this way, but kind of like a half-ass way of being like, well, both sides are really bad with gerrymandering, because, like, obviously, this documentary has the opportunity to be very controversial, seeing as it deals with politics. And they make a sense of, yes, Democrats have gerrymandered, Republicans have gerrymandered, but this film is very biased and really focuses on recent Republican gerrymandering and the fight against that. And it has that very mindset involved, and it takes a stance. And I don't like that in a documentary. Documentaries should be impartial. It's very preachy and takes a very specific perspective on it. But here's the thing. Gerrymandering is such a terrible thing, and it is the purest form of political corruption, of people just trying to keep power by drawing weird voting districts so that they can win seats for their party. And this is, if you don't know much about this, it is very informative and you'll probably learn a lot from it. If you're somebody who gets really heated about politics, this film gives a very specific perspective on things. And if you're not open-minded enough to sit back and just watch it without feeling attacked in terms of your beliefs, you're probably not going to like this. Also, if you're somebody who likes to get riled up and get reinforced on how you're feeling about things, and if your thoughts align with this documentary, there you go. You'll probably really enjoy this. It is hopeful, and it leaves that opening that maybe this can be taken down, this corrupt way about keeping power. But the thing is, it's a little too preachy, and it's a little too just bleh in terms of here's things, and feeling like at least the first half of this documentary is very just information dump kind of thing. And it does start getting into making you feel the human connection and the effects of it a little bit, but it's in a very biased way. In general, I think this is an important documentary, and I think it sheds light on a very important issue. I just wish that it shed a neutral kind of light on a particular issue that legitimately is something that's wrong with both sides. But it really just takes one, like, oh, it's about both sides. And then almost the whole documentary is really focusing on why this side's doing this so badly. You know, it's really hard to stay impartial in terms of politically charged documentaries, and most aren't going to stay neutral. But that's also a challenge, and also one of the reasons why it's hard to find a really quality documentary about politics and political issues when you can really see from both sides and see a more neutral and more meaningful perspective on things. But Slay the Dragon is still, nonetheless, an important story about a very important issue. I think it's worth watching, and be open-minded to see the bigger picture on why this is an issue that needs to have light shed on it. But those are my thoughts on Slay the Dragon. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.